Have you ever noticed that European trucks seem to have much more horsepower than American trucks? It's not uncommon to see European trucks with 700 or even 770 horsepower, while American trucks usually top out around 500. But why is this the case? What makes European trucks so much more powerful? That's what we're going to explore in this video. Horsepower is incredibly important in the world of trucking. It's what allows trucks to haul heavy loads over long distances without breaking down or slowing down. And with the demand for shipping and transportation only increasing, it's no wonder that manufacturers are constantly pushing the limits of what's possible in terms of horsepower. But the difference between European and American trucks goes beyond just horsepower. It's a complex mix of regulations, technology, and market demand. In this video, we're going to dive into all of these factors to try and understand why European trucks are so much more powerful than American trucks. So buckle up and get ready for a deep dive into the world of trucking technology. Horsepower is a critical factor in determining the performance and capabilities of a truck. When it comes to hauling heavy loads over long distances, having a high horsepower engine can make all the difference in terms of speed, efficiency, and safety. In the European market, trucks with up to 770 horsepower are common, whereas in the United States, most trucks have significantly lower horsepower ratings. One reason why horsepower is so important in trucks is that it directly affects the truck's ability to accelerate, climb hills, and maintain speed on the highway. Trucks with more horsepower can pull heavier loads with greater ease, which is especially important for long hauls. Additionally, higher horsepower engines can help reduce fuel consumption, as the engine does not need to work as hard to maintain speed. Another factor to consider is the regulatory environment in Europe versus the US. European Union (EU) regulations place strict limits on the amount of emissions that can be produced by heavy-duty vehicles. In contrast, the US Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) has different requirements, which may not emphasize fuel efficiency or emissions reduction to the same extent as the EU. As a result, European truck manufacturers have focused on developing engines that are both powerful and efficient, while American manufacturers have prioritized other factors such as reliability and durability. Finally, the importance of horsepower in trucks is also linked to the competitive nature of the trucking industry. In Europe, where road networks are dense and competition among logistics companies is fierce, speed and efficiency are key factors in gaining a competitive edge. This has driven manufacturers to develop more powerful engines that can help haul loads more quickly and efficiently. In contrast, the US trucking market is more focused on reliability and longevity, which has led to less emphasis on horsepower and more focus on other areas such as durability and maintenance. When it comes to engine technology, there are significant differences between European and American trucks. European trucks typically use smaller engines that are designed to be more fuel efficient and emit fewer emissions, while American trucks tend to have larger, more powerful engines that prioritize durability and reliability. One major difference in engine technology between the two regions is the use of turbochargers. European trucks have been using turbocharged engines for decades, while American trucks have only recently begun to adopt them. Turbochargers work by compressing air before it enters the engine, which allows for more air to be taken in and more fuel to be burned, resulting in increased horsepower. This technology is popular in Europe because of its efficiency and ability to produce high power outputs from smaller engines. Another key difference in engine technology is the use of variable geometry turbochargers, VGTs, in European trucks. VGTs allow the turbocharger to adjust the size of the exhaust gas flow to the turbine depending on the engine's needs. This results in faster acceleration, higher top speeds, and improved fuel economy. VGTs have become increasingly popular in Europe due to strict emissions regulations and the emphasis on fuel efficiency. In contrast, American trucks have traditionally used larger, naturally aspirated engines with fewer emissions controls. These engines have been designed to provide consistent, reliable power output over long distances, while also being able to handle heavy loads. However, in recent years, American truck manufacturers have begun to introduce smaller, more efficient engines with turbochargers to meet increasingly strict emissions regulations. Overall, the differences in engine technology between European and American trucks reflect the different priorities and regulations in each region. While European trucks prioritize fuel efficiency and emissions control, American trucks prioritize durability and reliability. As emissions regulations become stricter and fuel prices rise, we may see more convergence in engine technology between the two regions in the coming years. Competition plays a significant role in driving the development of truck technology in both Europe and the US. However, there are some key differences in how competition has influenced the horsepower of trucks in each market. In Europe, there is a strong emphasis on speed and efficiency in the trucking industry. With many countries having strict regulations on the number of hours that a driver can work, it's essential for truck manufacturers to create vehicles that can transport goods quickly and efficiently. This has driven competition between truck manufacturers to create more powerful engines that can transport goods at higher speeds. As a result, European trucks are generally more powerful than American trucks, with some models having up to 770 horsepower. In contrast, the US trucking industry places a greater emphasis on durability and reliability. Many American trucking companies operate in harsh environments, such as construction sites or remote areas, where the ability to withstand rough terrain and extreme weather conditions is essential. As a result, American truck manufacturers have prioritized developing engines that are robust and reliable rather than focusing solely on horsepower. This has led to American trucks having lower horsepower ratings compared to their European counterparts. However, it's worth noting that competition in the trucking industry is not limited to the development of horsepower alone. Truck manufacturers are also competing to create more fuel-efficient engines, as well as developing new safety features, such as collision avoidance systems and adaptive cruise control. In addition, the rise of electric and autonomous trucks is also driving competition in the industry, with manufacturers striving to create vehicles that are both efficient and environmentally friendly. Overall, competition has been a driving force in the development of truck technology in both Europe and the US. While there are some differences in how competition has influenced horsepower ratings in each market, the ultimate goal of creating more efficient, reliable, and safe trucks is a shared priority for manufacturers on both sides of the Atlantic. As technology continues to advance, the future of trucking is likely to bring significant changes to the industry, including in the area of horsepower. One of the most notable trends in the trucking industry is the growing interest in electric trucks. Electric trucks have the potential to reduce emissions and fuel costs, while also providing a quieter and more comfortable ride. However, there are still some challenges that need to be addressed before electric trucks can become a widespread reality. One of the biggest challenges is the limited range of electric trucks compared to diesel-powered trucks. This can make it difficult for electric trucks to handle long hauls and heavy loads, which could limit their overall horsepower. Another emerging trend in the trucking industry is the development of autonomous trucks. While still in the early stages of development, autonomous trucks have the potential to revolutionize the industry by reducing the need for human drivers and increasing efficiency. However, the impact of autonomous trucks on horsepower is still uncertain. It is possible that autonomous trucks could be designed with smaller, more efficient engines that require less horsepower, or they could be designed with larger, more powerful engines that allow for higher speeds and more efficient transportation. Regardless of the specific technology used, the future of trucking is likely to be characterized by a continued emphasis on fuel efficiency and reduced emissions. This could mean that trucks of the future are designed with smaller, more efficient engines that require less horsepower, or they could be designed with new engine technologies that provide more horsepower while still reducing emissions. Additionally, the trend towards increased automation in the industry could result in more standardized and efficient engines that provide consistent horsepower across a wider range of trucks. In conclusion, the future of trucking is likely to bring significant changes to the industry, including in the area of horsepower. As new technologies are developed and adopted, the way that horsepower is used and optimized in trucks will continue to evolve and adapt.